You know or not? Inside our body, got one organ that is the best at acting blur, pretending everything is okay. It can be almost 80% spoiled already, but still won't make a single sound, won't give any warning sign at all. By the time you start to feel your backside ache, always feel tired, or your legs get swollen like kale, it might be too late already. You might even face the terrible fate of having to go to the hospital every week for kidney dialysis. Confirm plus chop, this is not me trying to scare you, okay? According to medical stats from the Ministry of Health, for every 10 adults in Singapore, it's possible that one person's kidneys are quietly on the way to failing. And the biggest culprit behind all this? It's our modern, fast-paced Singaporean lifestyle that we are so used to. But please, don't kanchong, panic. Today, in the next 10 plus minutes, I will completely expose the true face of this invisible killer. More importantly, I will introduce to you in detail 3 superfruits, proven by top scientific research, that are practically like natural dialysis machines. I will also teach you the simplest, most effective method on how to use them correctly to help your kidneys flush out 10, 20 years of old toxins that have been stuck inside, so you can make your kidney function strong again and completely stay away from the huge threat of dialysis. Wait. Before we get to the main topic, if you care about your own health, please click the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell first. Because over here, we talk about the truths that nobody else wants to talk about. I also want to know if you're on this journey with me. If you're watching this video and you can relate, please type 1 in the comments section. If not, then type 0. If you are also suffering from similar health problems, please leave a comment. I will try my best to answer your questions. Okay, let's officially begin. First of all, have you ever thought about how important our kidneys are? You can imagine them as our body's own super high-tech water plant, complete with a central control room. This plant works 24/7 without taking MC, filtering and cleaning nearly 200 liters of blood every day. That's about 10 of those big blue water cooler bottles, you know. It turns the waste, toxins, and extra water from the blood into pee and passes it out. Then, it sends the clean blood back to every corner of our body. At the same time, it's also the main controller. It's in charge of regulating our blood pressure, balancing the electrolytes in our body, and even releasing important hormones to stimulate our bone marrow to produce red blood cells. You could say that the health of our kidneys directly determines the quality of our life. But here's the scariest part, our kidneys are damn good at enduring. They are the silent organs. The National Kidney Foundation, NKF, of Singapore once released a shocking report, a crazy high number, up to 87% of chronic kidney disease patients had absolutely no obvious symptoms in the early stages when their kidney function was already clearly damaged. They continued to eat at the hawker center, sleep in their HDB flat, go to work in the CBD as usual, completely unaware that a devastating disaster was happening inside their bodies. By the time symptoms like water retention, edema, anemia, not enough blood, nausea, and vomiting appear, the disease has often progressed to the final stage. More than half of these people eventually have to go down the road of dialysis or kidney transplant. You might ask, how can my perfectly good kidneys just spoil like that, leh? Actually, the answer is hidden in our daily 3 meals and lifestyle habits. Do you feel that your food is not nice if it's not salty enough? When you cook or order bok chor mee, must you ask for extra vinegar and chili? Are you a big fan of those sweet drinks? Bubble tea, 100% sugar, less ice? Kopi si gao every morning? Do you often, because of a headache or joint pain, just go to Watsons or Guardian to buy painkillers and just whack, consume without thinking? Or are you so busy with work every day, always OT, overtime, that you don't even have time to drink a glass of water? These small actions, which we think are no big deal, are like tiny knives, stabbing our fragile kidneys day after day, year after year. High salt intake increases the filtering burden on the kidneys, leading to high blood pressure. High sugar intake damages the tiny blood vessels in the kidneys. And many of the over-the-counter non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs, NSAIDs, are warned by doctors as kidney killers. Long-term abuse can directly lead to a decline in kidney function. Hearing all this, do you feel a bit scared and helpless? Can we only watch helplessly as our kidneys get worse day by day? No. The answer is a definite cannot be. The magic of nature is that it always prepares a solution for us. Scientific research has already discovered that several seemingly ordinary fruits contain a powerful force that is the perfect nemesis for these kidney-damaging culprits. Next, we will reveal them one by one, these 3 super soldiers who guard our kidneys. But here, I must first make a very important safety announcement. Please listen carefully. All the methods we are sharing today are mainly for prevention and for helping to improve early-stage kidney health. If you have already been diagnosed by a doctor with moderate to severe kidney disease, or are currently undergoing treatment, you absolutely must inform your doctor about this content and make any dietary changes only under their professional guidance. Everyone must remember this point, okay? The first kidney-protecting soldier we are going to introduce is this small, bright red, sweet and sour berry, the cranberry. You might have seen it in some juices or dried fruit packets at FairPrice or cold storage. But you would never guess how amazingly protective it is for our entire urinary system, including the kidneys. You could say it is our first and most important line of defense against kidney disease. Why do I say that? Because the root of many kidney problems starts from a urinary tract infection, UTI. Bacteria, especially E. coli, can travel up from the urinary tract and infect the bladder. If not controlled, they will continue to climb up to the kidneys, causing acute kidney infection. Repeated infections will cause permanent damage to the kidneys. And cranberries are the natural enemy of these bad bacteria. Its secret weapon is a magical substance called A-type proanthocyanidins, or PECs for short. In 2021, a top international urology journal published a major study confirming that the PECs in cranberries protect us through a triple action mechanism. First, it's like anti-gravity. It makes the inner walls of our urinary tract super smooth, like coating the walls with a non-stick layer. This way, the bacteria that want to stick to the walls lose their footing and can only be obediently flushed away with the urine. Second, it can change the shape of the bacteria. Research found that PECs can destroy the fimbriae on the bacteria's surface. This is like breaking their hands and legs, making them unable to grab onto our cells. Third, it creates an unfriendly environment. Cranberries can gently acidify our urine. This slightly acidic environment is very disliked by most pathogenic bacteria, effectively inhibiting their growth and reproduction. This continuous protection, in some cases, is even more effective than some preventive antibiotics, and it comes with zero risk of antibiotic resistance. Besides preventing infections, cranberries are also a powerful opponent of kidney stones, especially the most common type, calcium oxalate stones. It works by acidifying the urine, which prevents calcium and oxalate from binding together and forming crystals. Some studies show that for people with a history of kidney stones, consistently drinking pure cranberry juice can reduce the recurrence rate by an astonishing 58%. So, how should we correctly enjoy this system cleaner? The most recommended way is to drink 100% pure cranberry juice, the no sugar added kind. You might find it very sour, so you can dilute it with a little water. Drinking a small glass, about 250 milliliters, every day can have a good preventive effect. Alternatively, you can choose sugar-free dried cranberries. Eat a small handful, about 2 tablespoons, every day. You can add them to your salad, overnight oats, or plain yogurt. A special reminder here, please don't buy those cranberry juice drinks or jams with tons of added sugar. The excessive sugar will actually increase the burden on your kidneys, doing more harm than good. What's even more interesting is a study on airline crew who work across time zones. Because their body clocks are often disrupted, their bodies are prone to inflammation, and their risk of kidney damage is higher. By supplementing with 500 mg of cranberry packs daily, their kidney damage markers were significantly reduced by 31%. This shows that for modern Singaporeans who often stay up late and have irregular schedules, the protective effect of cranberries might be even greater than we imagine. See? Never thought that a small cranberry could have so much science behind it, right? After introducing the first soldier, let's bring out the second kidney guardian. It's everyone's favorite during the hot Singapore weather, so cooling and thirst quenching. It's the watermelon. A lot of people think that watermelon's only benefit is that it has a lot of water and quenches thirst. Wrong. This mindset needs a complete update. Watermelon is actually one of our body's most efficient natural detox machines and blood vessel cleaners. Over 90% of watermelon is water, making it an excellent natural diuretic. Eating watermelon helps us produce more urine. This is like giving our kidneys and urinary system a big flush, effectively washing out metabolic waste, toxins, and even tiny stone crystals, greatly reducing the detoxification burden on the kidneys. But that's not even watermelon's most powerful ability. Its real trump card is a special amino acid called citrulline. Just from the name, you know it's super abundant in watermelon. Our body converts the citrulline we eat into another very important substance, arginine. And arginine is the key ingredient for producing nitric oxide. What is nitric oxide? It's our blood vessel's natural expander. It allows our blood vessel walls to relax and expand, increasing their elasticity. This is incredibly important for the kidneys, because the kidneys are filled with millions of tiny blood vessels. Blood is filtered through these vessels. If the vessels are clear and blood flow is good, the kidneys get enough oxygen and nutrients, and they work efficiently. On the other hand, if the vessels harden and narrow, the kidneys will lack blood and oxygen, and their function will slowly decline. Data published in an authoritative medical journal showed that after supplementing with citrulline, the dilation capacity of our blood vessels can be effectively increased by up to 35%. This is like changing your old, rusty HDB water pipes that have been used for decades to brand new, wider, and more flexible ones. The water flow will naturally be super smooth. Especially for friends with high blood pressure or high uric acid problems, watermelon is a gift from heaven. For people with high uric acid, here's a secret tip that few people know: put the watermelon in the fridge to chill for a while before eating it. The effect will be even better. Research has found that chilling can increase the activity of certain enzymes in watermelon, boosting its efficiency in breaking down uric acid precursors by an extra 22%. If you eat a few sticks of celery, which is rich in opigenin, along with your watermelon, the diuretic effects of both will complement each other, and the effect of expelling uric acid will be even better. Of course, some friends will worry, "Auntie, uncle, I heard people with bad kidneys cannot eat watermelon because its potassium level is very high. Is it true?" This is a very common but mistaken belief that needs to be clarified. It's true that for patients who are already in the mid to late stages of kidney failure and have high potassium levels, they must strictly limit their potassium intake. However, for the vast majority of people with normal kidney function or only early-stage damage, whose potassium levels are still stable, watermelon is relatively safe. Let's look at the data. Per 100 g of watermelon, the potassium content is about 112 milligrams. The bananas we often eat have a potassium content of over 350 milligrams for the same weight, several times that of watermelon. So, as long as your doctor hasn't specifically told you to strictly limit potassium, enjoying watermelon in moderation is completely beneficial. Finally, here's an advanced tip. Next time you eat watermelon, don't spit out all the seeds. Collect them, wash them clean, and bake them in the oven at 170 degrees Celsius for 15 minutes. They will become a very fragrant, crunchy, and healthy snack. Roasted watermelon seeds retain over 3 g of arginine per 100 g, which is very helpful for protecting the inner lining of our blood vessels. Alright, the first two kidney-protecting generals, cranberry is responsible for antibacterial defense, and watermelon is for detoxification and flushing. Now, we are going to introduce the third and most crucial one. His role is the ultimate stone dissolver. He is the lemon. The kidney-protecting power of lemon is beyond your imagination. Its core weapon is called citric acid. How are kidney stones, especially calcium oxalate stones, formed? Simply put, it's when there are too many calcium ions and oxalate ions in the urine. The concentration is too high, so when they meet, they hold hands and combine, turning into insoluble calcium oxalate crystals. Over time, they grow from tiny sand particles into small stones. And citric acid is here to break up this bad couple. After citric acid enters our body, it becomes citrate. This citrate is like a powerful magnet. It will preferentially bind with the calcium ions in the urine, holding onto them tightly. Once the calcium ions are tied up by the citrate, they have no chance to go and find the oxalate ions. This way, it stops the formation of calcium oxalate stones right from the source. Research data shows that drinking lemon water daily can effectively reduce the saturation of calcium oxalate in the urine by up to 40%. Even more magically, citric acid not only prevents new stones but also has a certain neutralizing and dissolving effect on small stones that have already formed. It can attach to the surface of the stones, preventing them from growing bigger, and make their surface smoother, making them easier to pass out with the urine. One clinical observation even found that if patients drink a glass of lemon juice 15 minutes before undergoing shockwave lithotripsy, a procedure to break stones, the clearance rate of the stones after the surgery can be increased by 19%. This shows that citric acid can indeed make stones more fragile and easier to break and expel. For those with a family history of kidney stones or who have found through genetic testing that they are at high risk, lemon is practically your lifesaver. Scientists found that lemon peel is rich in flavonoids. For people with this genetic predisposition, it can provide an additional 33% reduction in the risk of stone formation. So what's the best way to eat lemon? I'm not asking you to chew on the peel. Here's a little trick: wash the lemon thoroughly, slice it, and then freeze the slices with the peel on. When you need it, take 1 or 2 slices, blend them into a powder with a powerful blender, or just throw them into warm water to steep. This way, you not only get the citric acid from the juice but also the precious flavonoids from the peel. Using about 0.5 g of freeze-dried lemon peel powder mixed into your yogurt or water daily is an excellent preventive measure. The simplest method, of course, is to drink a glass of warm lemon water every day. Slice 1 or 2 fresh lemons and put them in a large jug of water, about 1.5 liters, and drink it slowly throughout the day. Remember, the water shouldn't be too hot, or it will destroy the vitamins in the lemon. And don't add sugar. The original flavor is the most effective. You can also squeeze some fresh lemon juice when you're cooking or making a salad, as a substitute for salt and soy sauce. It enhances the flavor and is very healthy. So now you know. Cranberry, watermelon, and lemon, these 3 fruits, from the different angles of antibacterial action, detoxification, and stone dissolution, build a solid line of defense for our kidneys. My friends, from the silent crisis to the 3 magic fruits, and then to the 6 pillars of life, our journey today is about to end. But please remember, protecting your kidneys is a total system project. Relying on just eating a few types of fruits is far from enough. They are powerful helpers, but the main force is still our healthy lifestyle. Now, I will use the fastest speed to summarize a complete kidney protection system for you. You must remember this. First, drink smart. Drink enough plain water, 8 to 10 glasses a day. Don't wait until you're thirsty to drink. Drink small amounts frequently, like watering a plant. Most importantly, immediately quit all sugary drinks. Second, control salt and sugar. This is super important. The World Health Organization recommends that adults' daily sodium intake should not exceed 2,300 milligrams, which is about 1 level teaspoon of salt. If you have high blood pressure, you need to be stricter and control it to below 1,500 milligrams. At the same time, be wary of the hidden health killers in high-sugar foods. Think about your kopi sudai, coffee with less sugar, or even better, kosong, no sugar. Third, quality protein. Protein is necessary, but too much will increase the burden on the kidneys. Choose quality proteins like fish, chicken breast, eggs, and tofu. Eat red meat in moderation. Fourth, regular exercise. Get at least 150 minutes of moderate intensity exercise per week, like brisk walking at East Coast Park, cycling on the park connectors, or yoga. Exercise promotes blood circulation, which is also excellent for kidney maintenance. Fifth, use medicine cautiously. Never anyhow take painkillers, unknown herbal medicines, or remedies. Any medication must be taken under the guidance of a doctor or pharmacist. Sixth, get enough sleep. Ensure 7 to 9 hours of high-quality sleep every night to give your kidneys enough time to repair and regenerate. Lastly, and this is the most critical point, regular checkups. No matter how healthy you feel, please add a kidney function test to your annual health screening at the polyclinic or your GP. Especially the eGFR, estimated glomerular filtration rate, indicator. This is the gold standard for assessing your kidney function. Only with early detection can you have early intervention and truly nip the threat of kidney disease in the bud. We have learned how to cleverly use cranberry, watermelon, and lemon, these 3 natural foods, as our powerful allies in protecting our kidneys. Once again, a reminder, these methods are valuable for prevention and as supplementary aids. They absolutely cannot replace proper medical treatment. Please remember, it's never too late to start protecting your kidneys. Starting from today, just start by drinking a glass of sugar-free cranberry juice, eating a slice of sweet watermelon, or steeping a cup of warm lemon water. Incorporate these gifts of nature into the healthy lifestyle habits we just learned about. Step by step, build an unbreakable golden shield for your kidneys. The key to your health is in your own hands. Now, please share this important video with all the family and friends you care about. Because for people our age, health is no longer just a personal matter, it's the foundation of the entire family's happiness. Your simple act of sharing might prevent a family tragedy of falling into hardship because of dialysis in the future. Let's take action together to jointly protect this silent but incredibly great organ inside our bodies, and to embrace a truly healthy, long, and vibrant life. All the best to everyone, and I'll see you in the next video.